I think what was beautiful about this script is that it was already a finished product, and it was like a beautiful blueprint already. And then to go in and have a director who's like, okay, but now you can improvise if you want, or if you feel like something's not working, let's talk about it. So sometimes if you're just improvising, you're like walking around blindfolded, but we had such a beautiful like roadmap already.
I also think it depends a lot on the type of character that you're playing and how close that character is to yourself, because I think pretty much everyone in the film, all the actors are relatively close to their characters, or maybe close to who they would have been in high school, except for me. I'm super, super different from Melissa, so for me, improving was exceptionally difficult, because naturally when you improv, you're gonna sound more like yourself because you're thinking on the fly and you're gonna go with your natural instincts. So for me, I would end up sounding goofy and making a lot of sarcastic jokes and funny faces, which is
you're the only person who didn't improv.
I really, basically, I just sort of would sit there and kind of nod and do that. I would do a lot of physicality stuff, but if I opened my mouth, it was not so good. So I let these geniuses improv, and I just sort of stood there.
You're right about that. I think, yeah, it's not even that they were necessarily the characters, it was that they weren't necessarily changing their entire mannerisms.
Right.
Like, you guys drew from yourselves to the characters, and I feel like Nadia had such a wild change with the character. She was playing something that was so the opposite that it became very, and also I didn't improv at all because I had very few lines. But occasionally me and Chris would, but it would mostly be improv, like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Very like.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that because I feel like with Melissa and Abigail, your lines were like so precious. Like whenever I had scenes with you, Nadia, I felt like your lines were so cutting. Yeah. You know, like they were very mean words, which I will not repeat live. But like that's all. You know, like you didn't really need to improv in the same way that like felt very natural for like my character or Sarah or Luke. You know. But for you, it was like, you just had like one sentence that was like so insulting that there was no need for ad-libbing.
I could have never thought of those mean lines on my own.
Well, that was just between us, you know? Yeah.
Guys, the film's fantastic. Congratulations. How can people see Blame?
Okay, so the film will be in theaters. It'll be playing at Village East in New York, as well as 9 other cities on January 5th, and it will also be released day and date on Amazon and iTunes.
Fantastic. Guys, give them a round of applause for the film. Thanks so much.
Thank you.